Alright. Back up on YouTube instead of Twitch. I just think that's a little bit more appropriate. I'm just gonna update thumbnail and some stuff like that. We're gonna dive into whatever's going on. That was insane. How do I? Let's see here. Come over here. What is over here? Change that thumbnail up. Alright. So that's going. Come over here to the channel. Alright. We're getting set up, guys. Change this thumbnail. There we go. That's right. Put these tags in here. Look at that pause. I don't know what was up with that. Start there. We'll start there. Save that. Alright. Gonna let some people filter in. We're gonna jump into this. We are going to jump in and just start talking about just the craziness that literally potentially one of the best episodes, well, the best episode of Mandalorian, and some of my best, like, favorite moments in Star Wars in general, canon or not, live action or not. That was, so we're just gonna go on Twitter now, and we're just gonna start chatting. So if you guys jump in, say hey, let me know what's up. Let's start talking theories, things we noticed, questions about it in general. So let's just get it going. Take this out. What's the link for the stream?
Media costs keep rising. It's time to try Taboola.
Alright. And we're gonna share the link. Come over here. Post that up. Tweet that out. Cool. So guys, what do we even say about this? Where do we want to start? First of all, let's talk favorite moments. I'll be honest. After the first 2 minutes, I paused it out of shock and went back to the beginning and restarted the episode. Like and I will watch it again tonight before I go to sleep. So it will happen. So, okay. The episode starts. Ahsoka rips in, shreds everyone. White sabers. And so white sabers, and then we got the robe. We have everything that makes Ahsoka Ahsoka. She storms into some oppressed town by a magistrate in Corvus, on the planet Corvus. Din Djarin then, filters in, comes in trying to, find out information, and talks to the magistrate who hires him to kill Ahsoka. Naturally, though, he's just looking for information. So he uses that to find her, and we find out the child's name, Baby Yoda, Grogu. And he is, super attentive to that, and is paying attention and always perking up when you say his name. So some cool stuff there right off the bat. And after, they kind of meet, they kind of have like a small little fight, and he's like, no, I'm here looking for you. We find out that the magistrate has a staff made out of Beskar, and that she's Clone War era, helped the Empire rise with some stuff, so some cool stuff there. And then after all of that, she says that, in the morning she's going to test the child, and they go and they kind of do some force tests, and very, very similar, actually, a lot of mirroring with Anakin doing his trials in the Jedi Temple. She says, I can't train the child, he has too much fear, and I've seen what that does to a full potential Jedi, obviously talking about her master Anakin. And, it's just kind of, it takes off from there. He says, you have a problem with this magistrate in this town, let me help you if you agree to help the child, to train the child. So they go and just unwreak havoc. I seriously, guys, it was one of the best Star Wars moments I've ever seen. So for anyone popping in, what are some best moments? Before I get into theories, I'll kind of keep doing the debrief, talk about what happens in the episode, and just let me know some of your favorite moments. We'll get into some theories about how I think things connect. Got a huge name drop, THRAWN, massive name drop, and then after that, they also talk about Titus. Pretty sure it's Titus, the planet, which if you kind of deep cut into Star Wars lore, that is the Jedi, or I don't even know how you pronounce it, but it's GE apostrophe DEI or whatever it is, the original pre-Old Republic Jedi, the first kind of associated Force wielders of the light side. That's their origin planet. So they are going to the origin of it all, where she says that there is a Jedi, or a test for Grogu or the child to go up to the top of some rock and kind of meditate, similar to Luke did in the sequels, and see if he wants to reach out to the Force and stay on that path. And if he does, then a Jedi will kind of feel him and come there to watch. And so some massive stuff there. AHSOKA is out of control, has both of her white lightsabers in her robe, and she does do the move from Rebels when she faces Vader, when she ignites them and pulls it out from each other. So that's guys, I was geeking out. I'm not even kidding when I say I literally started the episode, watched the first 2 minutes, and just had to restart it because I didn't know what was going on. So let's see here. Theories though, where we know that Grogu, or the child, comes from the Clone Wars. He was trained in the Jedi Temple. How did he go from there to now? And honestly, I think there's a couple options there. There's Mace. You know, if you've seen Star Wars theory, you know that there's theories on what happened to him, because it was kind of a cheat how he died or died. Because when you think about it, he lost his arm, he got electrocuted, thrown out a window. That happens to everyone in Star Wars. Everyone has something like that happen to them. So I'm not really sure if that was truly the end. He could have been too weak to go back and fight. Recognize that Grogu was significant enough of a player in the future of the universe to go and save him and take him into hiding. I've heard some people say Obi-Wan, but that doesn't make sense because of Mustafar and all that, and then taking Luke. I've heard the librarian from the Jedi Temple. That would make sense. She's very, kind of motherly and has that stewardship over Padawans and stuff like that. But apparently, he had trained in the Jedi Temple for years and years with lots of masters. So that's, pretty crazy. But for everyone that's popping in now, I just want to say late happy Thanksgiving. I want to see it in the comments. Favorite moment from this episode. I did see a couple Easter eggs. There's a Lothal cat from Rebels, which usually is associated with Ezra. So if they do go to Titus and they have a Jedi reach out to them, could it be Ezra? We don't know. Could it be Luke? That's a heavy possibility. He in terms of right now in the universe, we know for a fact that he is, one of the biggest players. And really, up until a couple years ago, the only player that we knew about that would have been involved there. And let's see here. So, I don't know, to be honest with you. There's kind of a couple possibilities there. We know that there's kind of a segue into the Kenobi show, because there's got to be some sort of tie-in timeline-wise with that coming out next year. It's possible when Obi-Wan was on Tatooine and Qui-Gon was teaching him through the Force as a Force ghost, maybe Obi-Wan is doing the same thing or will reach out. But really the only possibilities I can think of right now that would make sense, or at least be legitimate, would be Obi-Wan. It would be that, and with that being the least, AHSOKA coming back, feeling the presence of Moff Gideon following them there, because it is the Jedi origin planet. So we're gonna get into some deep cut stuff. First of all, just hats off and claps for Dave Filoni. I can't even process how good of an episode. They just unhooked with this episode. And it really kind of shows that the torch has been handed off. And for the first time as a Star Wars fan since, for so long, I feel like there's a good trajectory with where Star Wars is going, that Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni are really going to take care of it and that they're not holding back. This is not a full-length movie, but they're using the budget. They're bringing in huge characters. They're making animated characters live action, and they're dropping some huge names for what's to come, like THRAWN. That's gonna be huge. I hope they're just menacing. I don't know who's gonna play THRAWN, or if it's gonna be this season. It's really built up, because we only have 3 episodes left. It's really built up like they're going to move towards Moff Gideon kind of being the climax, and maybe a cliffhanger at the end for season 3. So THRAWN is definitely going to play a role, though. They wouldn't have dropped it. I mean, that's what AHSOKA was there for, is finding out who her master was, or where her master was, the magistrate from that town. So THRAWN's going to be there, Moff Gideon with the Darksaber, and then that whole science experiment that we saw in the last episode, so I'm curious how that ties in towards the end, and if that's going to tie in on the Jedi origin planet, which is insane. Yeah, I mean, so that's going to be crazy, on top of the fact that they did make it a point, both when Mando, Din Djarin, sorry, totally blanking right now, but when Din and AHSOKA kind of scrapped for a second before they introduced themselves, they made the point that his Beskar does stop lightsabers, and now he has that Beskar staff, so, you know, he is compatible to fight with Moff Gideon. I don't know how good either of their dueling is going to be, on top of the fact that they did leave AHSOKA, but there's no way that a character like that is a one episode. They're going to tie back in. I need to know who the Jedi is, or what's going to happen when they do get to that origin planet and reach out, or if the child's just going to, if Grogu's not going to pick that path in general. So we'll see on that. I don't know. Some crazy theories. If you go to the end credits, you know how they always play that concept art? There is a sneak peek. Not a sneak peek, I don't know if it's going to be tied to the Mandalorian, or if AHSOKA kept him, or if it was kind of just an Easter egg, but there is a drawing of R2-D2 in the end credit concept art. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. We'll have to see on there. But yeah, guys, let's hear some favorite moments. I'm gonna go back through here and try to find. Honestly, for me, it was also good. AHSOKA fighting, and just there's more lightsaber fighting in that episode than like half of the sequel trilogy. So that was super cool, and she ignited her lightsabers out of each other, just like when she fought Vader and found out, you know, for sure the truth behind Vader being her old master in Rebels. So that's intense. I don't know, man. I do not know where this is going to go or how they're going to build this. It really took all preconceived notions, or entirely how the season was building towards, and just flipped it on its head. All theories are on the table now, except for the one that everyone was thinking that was going to happen. It's not straightforward at all anymore, because Moff Gideon's still unaccounted for. I really thought he was going to play a role in this episode, especially at the end when they left the child Grogu at the ship. I thought he was going to pop up there, but he did not. Which, I mean, does kind of answer what I was saying a couple weeks ago about how it doesn't make sense how they're building kind of a power squad. I don't know if every person that has come up through this season, it was just like a one episode thing, like if Bo-Katan is done. I hope not, I don't think so. Or if AHSOKA is done after this episode, again, I really don't think so. It wouldn't make sense to me. So they are needing to build up a little bit more on what's going to be happening with the A team. Really, I mean, you've got Din, you've got AHSOKA, you've got Bo, you've got GROGU. You have all of them kind of on a super team and potentially another Jedi. That I think that that's going to be the cliffhanger, the kind of end note at the end of the season. So yeah, I really don't know how Moff Gideon is going to stack up against that in any way. It just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. He has the Darksaber, which potentially Mando ends up with, or Bo-Katan maybe takes back. Sabine maybe comes in because of that Darksaber, so I really don't know who's going to end up with that in the end. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't get the feeling that Mando is Force sensitive, but Pre-Vizsla with the Darksaber, Tai would go back into Mandalorian hands. The child, when they get to the origin planet and he, goes to reach out to the Force, if he chooses to not take that path, or to take that path and also embrace being a foundling and a Mandalorian, that could be kind of like the next, not a reincarnate, but kind of like a passing of the torch from Pre-Vizsla as like a Mandalorian Jedi crossover, which we haven't seen live action. That'd be super cool. I'm just trying to think. Everything is just out the window now. It blew my mind. It absolutely, without a doubt, the best episode so far. But then in general, and all of Star Wars, and the effects, the setting was awesome. I thought Corvus was beautiful and just like so cool. Well, not beautiful because it was like desolate, but like the lighting, the fog, and how that was, built up Ahsoka and everything. I thought that was crazy. So yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I guess let me know in the comments your biggest theories on where the season's going, and some of the. It's crazy because this episode, it filled so many plot holes from Clone Wars, from Rebels, the gap between Empire and Mandalorian, but it also sparked so many more questions. Like who got Grogu out of the temple? Who got him out of there? Who saved him? I don't know. I do not know. By the way, let's see here. Do you guys like the child, or as we now know, Grogu? The little hat I put on top of the star on the Christmas tree back there. It was actually part of our dog's Halloween costume. So I added that to the background there. Kind of chilled out the light from the star too, which is nice. But let's see here. We're gonna find out as much as we can about Tython. Did I say? What have I been calling it? I thought I said Tython. But yeah. Let's see what we can find out about Tython. So Wikipedia, which is pretty extensive. I don't know as much as I should about Tython, but let's see here. In canon, there's info in canon and legends. I don't know what canon we know about. planet located in the galaxy's deep core, shrouded by myth, some Jedi scholars made a case for Tython as the location of the Jedi Order's first temple, alongside candidate worlds such as Octo, Coruscant, Jeddah, and Ossus during the Galactic Civil War. Dr. Chelly Lona Opera led Darth Vader to Tython's meridional ice cap to mislead him as to the location of the Rebel Alliance's main base, which was actually on the outer rim planet Hoth, which we know. It's a terrestrial planet. Known areas on its surface include just that ice cap that we talked about. This is the canon description. First mentioned in a map created for the 2016 role-playing game Star Wars The Force Awakens. No way. This is already updated with this episode of Mandalorian. That's crazy. So that's canon. Read the Legends description, huh? So, for Legends, it was a planet in the Tython system, the deep core, that played a pivotal role in the histories of the Jedi. And again, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but it's like the kind of pre-Jedi origin group. It's JE'DAII Order and its successor, the Jedi Order, a verdant world that was incredibly rich in the Force. Tython was inhabited by an unknown species hundreds of thousands of years before the rise of the Galactic Empire. So that's like pre-Old Republic even. Or I guess, I mean, I don't know, that might be Old Republic. Oh, excuse me. Where was I? It's visited by both Gree and Qua, two of the earliest species to have achieved interstellar travel. In 453 BBY, or before the Battle of Yavin, the Great Pyramid ships known as the Thoyor brought pilgrims from over a dozen species from across the galaxy to Tython, where the pilgrims learned to harness the Force and establish the Jedi Order, basing their philosophy on balance upon Tython's two moons, Ashla and Bogan. And again, guys, this is Legends, which they have kind of gone back and forth and tweaked stuff in canon. Some of it maybe holds up, some of it maybe not as much. They started settling other worlds because they realized it was too unsafe for people who could not sense the Force or were not Force sensitive. After 10,000 years of peace, Tython was the site of the final battle of the Despot War, and 12 years later, a vessel from the Infinite Empire of the Rakata species, sparking intense Force storm that occurred whenever the balance of Tython was shifted between the light and dark sides of the Force. So, yeah, that's what we got. That's what we got for that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a lot of cool stuff. So I'm trying to think here. What have I not covered other than amazing lightsaber duels? The Magistrate being from the Clone Wars, helping the Empire, the Lothal Cat, the child's real name, GROGU, THRAWN being dropped, Moff Gideon still plotting something. I'm trying to think of what is this? Not training the child, going to Tython. Another Jedi coming in. or supposedly another Jedi coming in. Yeah, I mean, it's a packed episode, guys. Like, obviously, I put spoilers in the title, so I don't feel super bad if I'm spoiling this stuff. Like, go watch it. Even with what I'm saying, it's still going to be some of your best moments in Star Wars. I'm trying to think. What else? Found out that Grogu does have a lot of fear and may or may not be trained as a Jedi and may reject being a Jedi, which, would make sense, especially if they're still trying to tie in sequels. Could, stay a foundling. Stay a foundling and become Mandalorian. Sorry guys, it's 4 in the morning here. We watched it, we jumped on to make this, so yeah, it's late. Late on a Thanksgiving night, or I guess the day after now. Is it Black Friday? I guess what am I complaining about then? There's so many people out there shopping right now. Not me. Let's see, what else we got? You guys think of anything? Did I miss anything? You guys, the Vascular staff. I think that's good, man. I think that kind of covers it. I'm going to be, making some more in-depth videos. I know I kind of sound a little scatterbrained right now, just regurging everything without watching it, but without watching it again. But I am going to be making just multiple videos on exactly what happened, different sections of it, backstories, filler info, some theories on both how stuff got to the point where they are and then where things are going to go from there. So yeah, I mean, honestly, if you have had fun chilling and watching this, I would appreciate, a sub and a like, just so when I do make those videos, get it out to people. And I want to start doing this more often. Maybe after Mandalorian next week and anything else that comes out. Like I said earlier, me and a close friend of mine are going to be starting a Star Wars podcast, but that's still in the works. Just love Star Wars, man, and I'm happy with where it's going. Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. I feel like Star Wars is safe with them, and it's not just bought out, sold out Disney projects anymore. So yeah, if you liked hanging out, you want this to happen more, and you want some more videos going, in depth about. I can even go back a couple episodes too, fill in on Death Watch, Children of the Watch, all of that stuff. AHSOKA, kind of where she was in between Clone Wars and Rebels, how that fits in with right now, with the Rebel timeline, if they're synonymous, kind of like parallel timelines, or if they're, before or after. So if you guys want to know some of that stuff, or if you do have questions about anything Star Wars related, or just Mandalorian and this episode related, please feel free, especially if you're watching this later, drop it in the comments below so I know what you guys are looking for, and I'll deep dive on some stuff and really cut together. I promise my editing skills on full videos is a lot better than live streaming, just regurging information that I saw and watched for the first time an hour ago, or I guess, oh my gosh, was that 3 hours ago already? That's crazy. But I do really appreciate everyone popping through, and we will see you next time, guys. Let me know. I appreciate it. So let me just end on that note. I will just say, Star Wars is looking up. Star Wars is going in a great direction, and and I'm really excited to see where the season goes and what the build-up is for next season. If they tie in the Kenobi show that's coming out next year, which is going to be phenomenal with Ewan McGregor, and if they do confirm anything, I have heard, you know, a decent amount of rumors out there about a live-action limited series, Boba series. So we'll see on that. Doesn't seem like he's gonna tie back in. I guess they kind of just wanted that to be a cameo in the first episode, but we'll see. We'll see. 3 more episodes. A lot of crazy stuff. We've got Moff Gideon resolution, a THRAWN tie-in, and whether or not the child Grogu is going to become a Jedi, a Mandalorian, neither. What's going to happen to Din? So yeah, much love, guys. Appreciate it. If you liked hanging out, if you want this to happen again, and some more of those videos, I do appreciate a sub and a like down below. So have a good one, guys, and I will see you all next time.